It is just amazing to me how people are telling me there's not any violence out there in LA. There's no violence out in LA. I have been told to turn a blind eye to what's going on out there because I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not out there. I'm not in California. So they're lying to us. My eyes are lying to me. You just saw the video that I just watched with you, right? You just seen the same video that I saw. Is that not violence? Not to mention it is provoked violence. They are provoking the officers, the sheriffs, the ICE agents, the government workers, the Marines, the National Guard. They are provoking them into confrontation because that's exactly what that was right now. So you cannot tell me there's no violence out there. Not to mention, I've even been told there's not that much violence out there. It's only in a 1 block radius. It's not that large. Are you kidding me? Any type of rioting is too much. Any type of violence is too much. But y'all want us to turn the blind eye and act as if we don't see what we are seeing, as if we don't hear what we are hearing. No, that is not the case at all. And whoever that gentleman, whoever that guy is that tackled this young man, first of all, that's none of your business to get involved in something like that. Everyone wants to be a hero. Everyone's trying to be a hero. There's no reason for you to tackle that man like that. There really isn't, because those officers, those government workers were going to do their job. That's their job. Now, if you were to get hurt really badly, right, who would you want to blame? Who would you try to blame? Who would you sue? Because we all know that's where it goes nowadays. Everybody's trying to sue. Everybody's trying to gain clout. So there was no reason for him to do that. Now, before we continue into the video, I need y'all to do 3 things for me. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and share this video so someone else can do the very same thing. And if they don't, then we're going to send these illegal migrants after them. I know that y'all know what's going on out there. At least you do now. Everyone who's watched my previous video, you know exactly what it is I'm talking about when I say there are riots out in LA. There are riots in California. And now they are talking about rioting outside of California, to New York, to DC. Yes, different parts of the state, they are talking about rioting. And so this is supposed to be a countrywide riot. Yes, it's all over some website that they are mentioning, and I'm not going to get into that, but this website is supposed to be paying. They are supposed to be paying people to protest. I've always thought that there were paid protesters in a lot of these riots that go on because a majority of the people want to be peaceful. You and I both know this. A majority of the people want to be peaceful. They are not looking to riot to the point where there's violence. They are breaking glass windows in businesses, setting businesses on fire, setting cars on fire. No, most of these people are peaceful. But you will have organizations, right, that have other plans in mind, and they throw people in the mix. Now, you have to think about something. When you are peacefully protesting, right, but you have someone in the mix, right in the middle of y'all, who has been planted there, they start inciting violence. They start putting the bug in some of the other protesters' ears. See, I said protesters, not rioters. Protesters, they put things in the other protesters' ears. What do you think is going to happen? It spreads like wildfire. One lie, and when I say one lie, I'm talking about it could be a major lie, can spread amongst your people, amongst the people that you are around, amongst the protesters, and turn everything into violence, violence, violence. Yes, one person attacking the sheriffs will do what? It will cause the sheriffs to go off on them to protect themselves. Now you have the other sheriffs, the other National Guardsmen on what? High alert. Now you have them on high alert because they don't want anything thrown at them. They don't want to be hit with anything. They don't know what's in that can. They don't know what's in your hand. They don't know who has rocks. Yes, they are paying people to incite riots. And now on June 14th, they are supposed to be worldwide riots. Yes, in this country, they are supposed to be rioting and protesting against ICE in several major cities. Yeah, that's what's supposed to go down. But here's my thing, right? People who are telling us that we need to mind our business. People that are telling us that we need to turn a blind eye, act like this isn't happening, and then turn around and blame these ICE agents, blame these government workers for violence being being introduced into these riots. That's crazy. That's ludicrous. And I'm not talking about the rapper. For you to think that we are going to do that, no, this is all over social media. And I've seen several videos, several pictures of these riots that are going on. But you want to tell us that there's no rioting and there's no violence. You want to tell us that it's not that big. It's not that big of a deal. It's not that many people. It's only on a small radius. No, we are not, because again, like I said, one riot is too many. One car set on fire is too many. One government agent hurt is too many. One protester hurt is too many. When are y'all going to understand that? But this doesn't fit your narrative. It doesn't, I know. And so y'all want to spin it so that it does fit your narrative and you turn into the victim all of a sudden. When I ask you this one question, right? Why are these people out there? Why are you out there? You shouldn't be out there. Don't you have a job to go to? Obviously, some of y'all don't. And those are the people that are out there straight up causing havoc in the streets. Oh, on the block, on a 1 block radius. Yeah. Y'all want us to really believe this. But these are the people causing harm to other people, to other businesses. Yes, they have nowhere to go, no jobs to go to. Plus, you are defending something which is in society's wrong. Yes, it's wrong. If you are going by society's measure, this is wrong. Illegal immigration is wrong. That is why there is an illegal in front of it. But you will have people who tell you, and you have even ladies on The View, the show The View, that will tell you that illegal migration is not illegal. Am I the only one who doesn't get that? Am I the only one who does not see that illegal immigration is illegal? That's why it's called, see, they're about to piss me off. That's why it's called illegal. If it was legal, then no one would have a problem with it, people. Let's understand something. If you break the law, guess what's going to happen? Guess what's going to happen? If you were to step outside right now and break a law, even a speeding ticket, man, they will pull you over for jaywalking. What are you telling me right now? They will pull you over for jaywalking. What are y'all saying? But yet someone who comes across the border, right? Someone who comes across illegally, you are telling me that just let them be. Okay, cool. Let's let them be. But y'all were not rioting for those women who lost their lives to illegal migrants in the country. Y'all were not rioting about that. No, y'all were not. Do y'all see how crazy and hypocritical a lot of people are? You did not riot for the person who lost their lives, but you are rioting for the person who broke the law. Yeah, crazy, right? Right. And now let's go into this video about a man who comes out and he is letting us know that they are paying people $200 a day in order to hit these streets and protest. And not just protest, I'm talking about protest, throw rocks. Yeah, riot. Throw stones, throw bricks into government buildings, into buildings. Block off streets because they want to cause chaos within the country. When things aren't going their way, guess what they do? They start to cry and whine and throw fits. And that's exactly what is happening in these streets right now. To the video.
Just got offered $200 a day to go protest ICE in New York. The organization was called No Kings. They said June 14th we're going to be protesting and these are the streets that you need to be on and this is what you need to do. You need to cause chaotic disruptions, and they said that there's going to be pallets of like bricks and different things everywhere that protesters could use. They really want to wreak havoc. It's kind of ridiculous. Me as an American, although I need the money, I'm like, this is very, very unpatriotic. If I was to go take this money and go protest, it's not very American. It's not what I stand for. It's obviously not even, worth the time. But, $200 a day is what they're paying people to go protest. The corruption is up here because it goes way beyond these organizations. They want to destroy America, and people like me that need money are gonna go do it. I'm not gonna go do it, but people are gonna go do it. They're gonna go destroy, the city and cause chaos. It's just crazy that, they're even paying people to go do this. It just goes to show that everything we deal with is corruption, and these people at the top level, like, who's paying for this? There's got to be some billionaires paying for this so that, they could try to get Trump out or something. But, $200 a day to go cause chaos is, like, crazy. Not worth it, but also, like, really fucked.
What would you do for $200? What would you do? I need to know, because there are people out there who don't have $2. What do you think they would do for $200 a day? You have bricks laying around in the city, and all they have to do is throw a couple of bricks through some windows, through some car windows at some people, incite riots. You don't think people are going to do that? $200 a day, right? At, let's say, 7 days. For 7 days, how much money is that? Yeah, exactly. That is $1,400. You don't think people are going to take that? Oh, yeah, right. People are going to jump at it. There's a lot of people that will jump at it because they don't care whether you're on the left or the right. They don't care what party you're for. They just need that $200. Seriously. We live in a country where most people will do anything for money, and that is why they are offering the money. Now, it most definitely has to be some type of billionaire, somebody who's got a lot of money to offer this to protesters, because they don't even know how many protesters are going to come out. But I guess the more the better, right? Yeah, the more the better. Of course, that's what they actually want. And then they want to throw the country into chaos. They want the unlawlessness. That's exactly what it is they want. So then the government officials can do what? Attack citizens of the country. That's exactly what they are going to say. That's exactly who they are going to blame it on. See, they want the narrative. They want to be able to spin it. That is why they are paying people. That's why they are giving money away for people to start rioting. Not just protesting, to start rioting, so that they can throw other people in the mix with them. And now it's a countrywide riot. Just like with Black Lives Matter, yeah, there were people thrown in the mix too. And a lot of those riots that go on in a lot of these cities, yes, there are people thrown in the mix, and they are the ones who are going to incite the riot by spreading rumors, by spreading lies, by throwing rocks. Yes, that's exactly what they are put in there to do. Have you never heard of a plant? They are planted there in order to cause chaos, to cause confusion, to cause havoc within the crowd. Yeah, that's exactly what they're there for. And so you are being played. You are being played, yes. You think that these people out in LA are protesting and rioting for their loved ones, for mi abuela. No, that's not what it is. They are making y'all riot for no reason, to push their agenda, to push whatever narrative that they want to push. Go on the news right now. I guarantee you that's exactly what you are going to see. See, it was all put into place. Yes, like a play, like strings on a puppet, like a chess game. They are playing y'all. And y'all are believing this. Y'all are actually standing up for this. Y'all are standing up for breaking the law, which to me is wild work. Because if something was to happen to you on these streets, guess what you're going to do? Guess what the first thing you're going to do is? You're going to turn to the law. That's exactly where it is you're going to go. But you want us to believe that breaking the law by coming across the border is not that big of a deal. That's nothing. Well, I'm here to tell you that every other country has laws where you cannot cross their borders. Yes, you will be dealt with. You will be punished accordingly if you do that. So why is it in this country, right? Y'all want everyone else to turn a blind eye and act as if people coming across the border is not detrimental to the safety of this country. Let's be real, people. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about what is going on out here, and are they actually going to riot and protest on June 14th, where people have been paid or are being paid in order to cause havoc amongst everyone else in the country. Until next time. If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content.